The family of a toddler killed when a car crashed into a daycare in Toronto area are holding a memorial today. They're also pushing for accountability to prevent something like this from happening again. 7 children and 3 adults were also injured in that incident on Wednesday. CBC's Linda Ward has the details.
Well, Natasha, family, friends gathering in Richmond Hill for this memorial today, remembering Liam Riazati, 17 months old, for his laughter, his curiosity, being the heart of the family, they say. They describe a little boy who loved balloons, balls, flowers, and teddy bears. His aunt, Mina Riazati, spoke after the memorial.
He was cute, he was beautiful, he was smart. He was everything to our family. He was the only child and he was the only grandchild. He was the only one, and we lost him.
They lost him earlier this week on Wednesday when a vehicle crashed into his daycare in Richmond Hill, the First Roots Early Education Academy. A man in his 70s has been charged. This happened during the afternoon pickup on Wednesday. Investigators don't believe that the crash was intentional, Natasha, but still haven't released any details as to what led to the incident.
And the family is also using this opportunity to demand accountability and better public safety around childcare facilities. What are they saying?
Yeah, so they're asking for a number of things. They're asking for a transparent investigation, they say, into the cause of his death, stronger safety regulations around Ontario daycare centres, and public awareness to ensure that other families don't have to go through the same thing. We heard from a friend of the family outside of the memorial as well, who said though Liam's life was cut short, that his story must bring change. Here's what she had to say.
What the family is looking for is actually to make sure that this is going to be the last incident for a kid in daycare. We want to ensure that the daycare and any childcare facilities is safeguarded, and Liam's legacy is going to be for other kids to stay safe.
They're concerned specifically about the child care center here that was in a commercial plaza, had glass walls, and is next to a parking lot. They say it's not the best way to protect children. They're calling for the installation of barriers outside of daycares. We also heard this week from Education Minister Paul Calandra, who said his government is proposing a number of changes, including that daycares must prevent the use of parking spots that are directly adjacent to entryways, windows, and exterior doors of these kinds of centers and playgrounds. And he's also said that he's directed his staff to identify vulnerabilities in these areas while this legislation is being changed, and to look at changing laws and regulations that stand in the way of putting things like bollards and barricades outside of these types of centers.